Welcome, everybody. Today is our next class, and today we'll talk about patient empowerment. Let me share my screen. We'll begin with a video of the Rebbe talking about patient empowerment and patient engagement, as well as preventive medicine. So I'm just going to go to the screen and tell me if you can hear and see, okay? One minute. So until it's loading up, I will just say that we're going to see several physicians that discuss their encounter with the Rebbe during their lives, and during their meetings, mostly when the Rebbe would advise people about a medical situation, but also to the doctors how they can be proactive in helping others and healing diseases. Now, the Rebbe has a unique approach, because the Rebbe's approach is that physicians has the power to prevent diseases. And the Rebbe puts a big task and expectations from doctors that they should be able to, use their time effectively and teach people about preventive medicine and teach them how to take care of ourselves. So here is the video.
How is your health?
My health is good now,
Yeah.
thanks to your prayers and everything.
God Almighty bless you for the doctor. To be unhealthy, it is against all these studies. God Almighty bless you to make healthy also your patients. After that, when all patients will become healthy, then you'll be occupied by preventive medicine.
Absolutely, that's the most important thing.
Thank you very much.
The Rebbe was very knowledgeable about many things, including medicine. I think he was ahead of his time in terms of understanding the real role of preventive medicine.
Aber dort zwei Wegen, was zu Eisem nach Himmel. Ein Weg dies, am war dieser Wert Rachmani beflan kreis. Danach sucht man nicht, was dem hilft. Kostet das große Geld, sie kostet sei dem Himmel, sei ne Beise, sei die, was sich mit Apolinen, weil man hat zu tun mit Ainischel Chilach, Ainischel Chilach, Rachmani beflan. Sie da a zweite Weg in Refuhe, der gebloschene Kosu. Kol ha-machla asher samti b'Mitzrayim blei yosim alecho, ki ani avai elefecho.
He wrote me a letter, which we discussed, when doctors cure all the disease, then they'll have time to prevent disease. And I think that made a very important role on me, and I've always been a big believer in preventive medicine and the mind-body relationship, that you have to have the right spirit. God gave us the right and authority to heal, but that the patient had to also participate.
Weil sie sagt man, als ein Mensch soll nicht werden krank, nach Mangelplan, was mir gibt in der richtigen Sinne. Vierter der Bederach hat Joshua, vierter Bederach hat Zedek Vayeshe Bechol Inyono, Bemele Meiteres, alle Inyoni, was kommen Lidei, was kommt bringen und kommen Lidei Chedi.
I was involved with my law partner in buying properties in Melbourne, and we bought 2 small properties, and we decided that we would sell them. And my wife and I decided that the profits that we made out of the sale, under the Rebbe's guidance, we would give to build a hospital for Jewish children in America, in probably Crown Heights, based on halacha. So I rang Rebbe Krinsky and said, we're coming to New York, and we proposed to give this money, to be used for a Jewish hospital.
Als nicht stark, mit darf aufhalten, als Spital, so mit darf noch kommen. וכולו, מדף aber noch weiter bewohnen, ab die Schaße nicht sein, in Seele und Seele der Gashmis gepschüttet. Als wird nicht sein, in Seele und Seele die Union im Ruchni. Ich sag nicht nur gern beschrieles Liebe Eile, sondern viele sich wie die Beloschen Rambam in dem Derech Amitzur mit allen Protein der Rechens ist, was die Klolis ist, dass der Derech hat Teile der Amitzur. wo sie der Beloschen Chachamene als Zera mit wir Refuhr. Weil Elom ist das Refuhr in dem Weg, als Yossi Maleche mit Kon schließen. Alle Spitalen sind nicht auch in Verloren, der Elom ist gesund.
Rebbe told us that really
So,
had suggested.
I just want to pause it for a minute. So I just want to explain what the Rebbe said. The Rebbe said that Torah bring cure to the world. And the Torah has specific instructions how we should behave. We learned those laws in the laws of character, Hilchot Deot, in which the Rebbe instructs that, not the Rebbe, the Rambam says that it is a mitzvah that we should emulate Hashem, we should stick to his ways, and the ways of Hashem are going in the middle path, derech hamitzua, in the middle path, not extreme in either direction, and that eating should be give the body strength and energy to fulfill our mission. So if you have your mind that you have to do activities during the day, you have to run your errands, and all of those are in order to serve Hashem, then the eating becoming a side aspect just to give you energy. Okay, so eating is not just for our pleasure and to be indulged with that, but rather eating and drinking is just to give us the strength to fulfill what the mind directs the body, as well as behavior, a character. And we're going to see that this theme is going to repeat itself right now in the video. So I'm going to continue, but the idea is that eating and drinking and proper behavior is the instructions of the Torah. And if we will do that, this brings cure to the world.
Something. Rebbe told us he spoke to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe had suggested something slightly different, and that was followed up with a 3-page letter telling us that really that if you want to help Jewish children, that in medical terms there are 2 ways of treating people, one therapeutically and one with preventative medicine. And although today, and the Rebbe actually in the letter put in the word now, people are mainly treated by therapeutic medicine, which we can't get away from now, but in the future, like preventative medicine, it is better to prevent the sickness happening at all. And if children were educated in Chinuch, then there will be no need at all for hospitals.
דיברנו על נושא שהוא גם כן מאוד מעניין, כי הוא מתקשר למגמה שיש היום ברפואה, וזה נושא מקומו של האדם בבריאותו. אמר הרבי, נכון שיש רופאים, אבל הוא אמר משהו שהיום מתחילים לדבר על זה, שבאים ונסים לשכנע את בני האדם, אל תתלה את יהבך ברופאים. אם אתה לא תדאג לבריאותך, אם אתה לא תקפיד לאכול נכון, להתעמל, לישון טוב, אתה תפגע בבריאותך. זהו נושא שהיום בעולם המערבי קוראים לו patient empowerment. חזק, תעצים את האדם ותשכנע אותו שהוא אחראי לבריאותו.
Try to make preventive medicine.
Right.
This is for the healthy people.
Right.
If you instruct them about the customs of their eating and behavior in general, that will give you parnasa and they will give you them God Almighty's blessing. ברוך והצלחה.
אחד הדברים המעניינים שגם מאפיינים את הרבי, שהוא שם דגש על נפשו של האדם וראה בנושא הנפש מקור לחוזקו של האדם. ככל שהאדם בעל נפש חזקה יותר, הוא יכול להתמודד יותר טוב בחיים. ואלה שני המרכיבים של הנפש כמרכיב חשוב, ואחריות האדם לבריאותו, אלה דברים שהיום אנחנו מתחילים להבין בעולם הכללי את מה שהרבי חזה לפני 30 שנה.
In der Psagdim Boron in Hilches Mlochen von dem Rambam, als Ayid darf ton kol hatolui bei, als kol ha'amim v'asorim und kol apsi yoret, zu welcher kon der Griechen sollen sich fühlen wie der Rebester will, in der Sheva Mitzvahs b'nei Neach v'chol ha'mistayf mehem, wo das doch Yishuv Shalelam lo Sheves Yitzoro, und mit der Hadgosche, wie der Rambam bringt dorten, als es understand, der Fall, was hat das angesagt der Ewigste. Nie der Fall, wo das Adovasche Beseichel. Und gekommen, der Achlota, als darf sich finden, und demut ist Leimach Achmehe, und Leimach Chassidic Israel, wie die alle Jesus, was dort doing haben.
I ended the other one, so
Der Zivui ist, und das
put this one on.
Bishas
Yeah, the other one finished.
Teile bei meinem mit Har Sinai, amidav zem, also Ami, Vasorim und Napse Ores, sollen sich finden, Leide, Sheva, Mitzvahs, Bnei Neach, was lechele Reiche das verbunden mit Ninyan Aschol im Heper, von Nishes Reyehu, Chaim Bloi, was auf Druf daten der Choven und das von Tafkidim Orochi, von Amalchus. Was Meiro shel Malchus ist das Schele, und das bringt ihm den Malchus nutzt das Eis, also sein der Heper von der Schienen, Hascholein, wie das geht dann noch voneinander, in Sheva Mitzvahs und in Kama Protim Schleche Mitzvahs, bis noch mehr Protim, bis wann es als Wert aufgebaut, als Seder und Mishter, als Hoge, als Seder, von Meyusod ala Tzedek v'Hayesher, Tzedek v'Yesher Meyusodim, auf Teras Tzedek und nach Tei v'Yosher Pole, auf dem nebischen Stero, in welches Sechet angewiesen, weil sie darf man sich fühlen, kol Israelom, bei einer Gelinionenu, ist auch dort der Weg, als soll sich fühlen, Beseder und Mishter von der Tzedek v'Yesher, durch Meiro shel Malchus, aber Lule so, sie sich es Reyehu Chaim Bloi, und danach da wie in Bris Aguf, ist dort zwei Wegen in Basorgen Bris Aguf. Abishas Rachmanul Islam Achele, und demult gesucht mit einer Refu, mit heilte Neis, danach da ein besserer Weg in der Refu is Aguf, in Bris Aguf. Also sein wir lechatchile leisamti olecho. Am vierte min azam in hanhogo, az mir lechatchile iser a ish bori, und 40 in a neifen bori, der Meyuso, da den Nebestens Anweisungen, also sein Loscheves Yitzoro, nicht in a hanhoge von Teil. Wo demol darf man nicht ankommen zu Meiro, begoloi, sie genug der Meiro in dem Chinuch, als mir sein Mechanich, mir lechatchile in Azamin Teif derech, Teif v'Yoshor, a mir lechatchile chanechle nar al Pidarke von Katnus, von Kind Vaisuf, bekommt Asamin Chinuch, als Milachatchile legt gar beim nicht anders, wie zu vielen Sachen in der Seifen von Zedek wie Jesche. וכאומר מלכתחילה לישמתי עליך. Und das ist ein Stott der Ruf, was man sucht und man schmattert sich, aber es gefunden genug Geld. A festhalten Bote Assurien, gedem die, was sitzen dort, so, oder was darf dort sitzen, soll nicht können massig sein. Oder a festhalten a ganzen Stühle mit a ganze Assoris oder a Bofim oder Wovis von Schäftim, gedei sehr Meile, Schäftim und Schäftim, gedei sehr Meile soll abhalten. Von nicht es Rehe Chaim Bloi, wenn man legt da rein a Teil davon, auf Maschlim sein, a Dachiner soll sein, nicht nur auf geben Jidis, die Talmiden mit Talmidis, nur der Iker, auf Mechaner sein sie sollen sein in Azuras Oder, nicht in Hanhogas ben Oder, und nicht in Hanhoge von Sheli ve Shaloch Sheli, Hanhoge von Chaim Bloi, und demut wird man mehr Matzlier gewähnt, und es wird versport, kam Agmas Nefesh, wie man sagt es, Bepeil, in die Erter oder in die Schunis, was man so gefühlt in Asami Nefen von Legen der Hadgosha, auf den Chinuch, soll sein ein Chinuch royli Schmei, als mechanisch den Talmid und die Talmide, als sie sollen sein Menschen, nicht kein Menschen, Bale Chai, Odom, heilig als Abal Chai, heilig als Stein, oder mit der Anhoge von Pero Odom, von Jode Bakeil, Yad Keil Bey, ist unter demut dort im Atzlier gewesen, und echt eingespurt, da viel in Geld beparscht.
Okay. Okay. So, any comments up until now? Any questions, comments? You're on mute, Mr. Schenker. Michael, you're on mute. You have to unmute yourself. Let me see if I can unmute you. No, I can't. Okay, so I'm going to share again the screen and talk about the program that we made, basically based on what the Rebbe is teaching on proper education and behavior. That is what's going to bring healing to the world. So I created this website called TorahCure.com. As the Rebbe says, Torah mevia refuah la'olam. Torah brings cure to the world. And this is the basis for this website. So there on top, there are three main issues: character, speech, and intellect. Okay. Today we're going to speak about speech. So as we see in medicine, that the mouth has two functions. One is to put food and drinks into the mouth, and the other one is to speak. Most of our unfortunate diseases nowadays comes from the mouth. It's either what we put into our mouth, what kind of food we're eating, and the drinks we drink, and what kind of words we are speaking. So the Rebbe, in a letter to a person who is asking what is a healthy diet, the Rebbe answers, a healthy diet, given that you're going to eat kosher food, healthy diet means that you're eating l'shem shamayim. You're eating in order to serve Hashem, not in order to indulge and pamper your body. Then when we talk about speech, there are 5 different levels of speech, and then there is a 6th one, which is to be quiet. We have quality of speech, which is what the words we are talking, whether it's positive, negative, or not necessary. So I created a chart, and I'll go line by line. The first line is the commanded. We are commanded to speak divrei Torah, to talk to each other, and ideally we should increase much more in divrei Torah during the day. So the chart here is coming to say, if you will calculate the percentage at the bottom, it should be 100. So let's say I will say that I speak 20% of divrei Torah a day. What will be my goal, a reasonable goal? Can I go up to 30, 35, 40%? And then there is forbidden speech. Forbidden speech according to Torah, that is false testimony, lies, gossiping, curses. Those things we should decrease. Discouraged speech. Discouraged speech is something that doesn't bring any benefit to a person. This talks about politics, geography, history, not much education. Those kind of speech we can speak less about. Desirable speech is the praise of the good qualities of human beings, like Sipurei Tzadikim, talking about how Tzadikim behave, how they control their character, how they only use their time and body to serve Hashem. This is an encouraged speech. It's desirable that we should increase during our day. And then we have the natural speech, which is the matters that concerning to business, livelihood, and everyday living, stock market, let's go shopping, let's go do this. The thing that we do naturally in order to survive. That speech is important. It's obviously we do it most of the day, but we should decrease that kind of speech. And then there is silence, keeping quiet, not responding. That is also a matter that we should increase. So there are 3 types we should increase: the commanded speech, the desirable speech, and silence. And the 3 that we should decrease are forbidden speech, discouraged, and natural. And that's a big challenge for us during the day. But this is a chart that is on the website. Personally, I look at it about once a week, and I always try to improve, because if I have in mind what I'm supposed to do, then that's coming into hand. It's coming handy. Then I have character. So we're going to choose one topic of anger and patience. So if you see this graph that we have here, on the right side we have anger. On this left side we have indifference. And in the middle we have patience, savlanut. And either extreme, whether it's anger or it's indifference, are not good. We need to aspire to be in the middle, and this is the virtuous aspect of our being. Okay, and in there we have many character traits that we need to work on, and the goal will always be to try to go into the middle. Now it is in our hands. And that is what the Rebbe was talking about, patient empowerment, that we need to take a hold of our speech, our character, our behavior, and our intellect, how much we learn every day. So if you are used to make a lot of jokes and trying to make other people happy, even though it's a mitzvah to make other people happy, but it can also be that you're over-exaggerating sometimes. So that will go more to the silence aspect of a person. Okay. This is my talk for today. We saw the video of the Rebbe, and I want to hear comments, please. I can't hear you, Mrs. Blatz. I know you're talking to me.
I said I enjoyed it very much.
Okay.
I just have a personal request. Last week you talked about 9 characteristics of a righteous man.
Yes.
Could you post a link where I could read a bit more?
Sure.
About character, not about speech. You talked about character.
Yes.
And you listed the 9, and I
Yes.
just want a link to it. That's all.
Fine. Let me just see if I can put it right now. 1 second. Okay, so let me I'm gonna share my screen again, and then you can see it. Okay, so it's the same website, yeah.
Okay.
Torah Cure. So if you go under character and you scroll down,
Yes.
then we have here 9 boxes. Each one has one aspect. Let me
Okay.
let
A
me
lot of
click,
reading. Okay. Very good.
let me click on one of them, engaging with life. So that will be indulgence on one side, apathy on the other, and then meaningful engagement and restraint. So this was prepared with Mrs. Devorah Krasniansky, who wrote those things. So if you see, I'm going to scroll down, it first speaks about the continuum, and then it speaks about the benefit of why you should aspire to be in the middle. Then it asks you to rate yourself where you are at, and then it gives you ideas how to go from one to the other. Okay. So you see on the bottom here, it says moving from apathy, moving from indulgence. So if let's say if you click for moving from apathy, it gives you some guidance of what things you can do. And it's a very short reading, like 2 minutes each page.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So we are a day after the Yortzeit of Rachel Imenu and the Schos of Rachel Imenu, and all the activities people do in her memory should bring us the Geula, bring a Mashiach. The Rebbe spoke about preventive medicine, and Rebbe wanted us to want Mashiach, to demand Mashiach, like we're demanding peace, we need all our things. We have to feel that we are missing Mashiach. With all the happiness we have from Trump winning, he's not our Mashiach. We need our real Mashiach to come to build us the Beis HaMikdash.
And he's a pretty good shaliach.
He's amazing shliach, but he's not going to be our Mashiach. Yeah. We want Mashiach to come. Okay.
Thank you.
All the best. Thank you for joining.